The point is that with all his genius and poetry, his inability to just hug everybody, and if they wanted something from him, to learn to discern the difference between a sincere embrace and somebody who just wanted to, in those days, enter his private life in inappropriate ways.
Is that the secret?
What?
Is that the secret of Peter, Paul, and Mary?
No. Let me just take it a little further, and then I'll explain. So, in my case, the other direction is to say, look, I have all this attention, like my talking to you right now. I can talk about the things that are my hopes and dreams. I'm not pushing you away or treating you like a member of the media community. I'm trying to reach beyond that category and say, look, we have an opportunity that's incredible. We can say to people, let's embrace the kids. Take the heart of what they have before they learn to hate. Let that inspire us so that we remember what really mattered when we were younger, and to turn away from our disappointment, our disaffection, our sense of cynicism, if that's where we were going. I mean, people just say, oh, they love those children because they're so open and they're so filled with hopefulness and innocence, and that's where it ends. Well, guess what? You'd never have to lose that. You never have to lose it. But you have to find a way to not succumb to the fears of the imposition of people who don't get it. Because there are people who really hate you. Really, really hate you. If they feel that you're in some way contradicting their perspective on what is, with moral rectitude, right. And you may feel, nobody as an adult is easy to change. Somebody who believes that an African American is stupid and a Jew is avaricious and a Hispanic is lazy. They're stuck in that place. Very hard, very unusual for them to change that. So we have to try and find the areas of common ground with people with whom we disagree, and try to respect the fact that their journey has taken them to places perhaps where they don't have those sensitivities, and maybe that you yourself. I mean, look, we're all people who care about stuff. And I'll bet you out there, every one of those people would say, how could those Germans who knew about the Holocaust have allowed that to happen? When do we turn the camera around and say, did we know about the Guantanamo Bay detainees? What did we do? What did I do? Did I know about Katrina? What did I do? What is still going on when you go down there? You see those crosses, like a tic-tac-toe, and on the top is the date they entered, and that other square, that's the number of people found dead. And you know that was a strategic result of where the effort was placed. And they're still not letting the people go back.
Are you songwriter first or activist first? I mean, you go back, Vietnam War, you were an activist as well as a songwriter, a singer,
right.
Folk singer with Peter, Paul, and Mary. And
the sensibility for me came first. The music is really a vehicle for feeling close to other people in a world that I found, when I grew up, alienating. Remember, I grew up, first of all, I had 4 years when I lived in an idyllic circumstance. One of the famed schools, the High School of Music and Art, and I was an art major. Most everybody there painted and played an instrument or sang. I mean, it was all around you. And for those 4 years, I saw what the world could be like. Because the arts drew everybody together, as they will when I perform today. And then when I went to Cornell, the world was crazy. If you didn't have the right clothes on, you weren't smooth. If you didn't have the right pedigree in terms of your father's wealth, forget about mothers, women didn't really exist. If you weren't in the right fraternity, you'd go into the Ivy Room, which is in the student, the building where you would eat. On the Ivy Room, on the left, on the right, you go in, and that was the Jewish side. On the left was the white side. Catch that? White and Jewish. And if you were African American, you were invisible. And women were treated like pawns, to be traded with fraternity pins and promises for marriage so that you could extract affection and romance. Now, you don't think I felt like a fish out of water? So, all of a sudden, that creativity in me, and I've learned through the years, that's the place to go with it, to turn, as I say in the song, weave, weave, weave me the sunshine out of the falling rain. Weave me the hope of a new tomorrow and fill my cup again. Take the sadness and turn it into more love. This is what I'm doing, that we lost Mary. Turn it into more love, more acknowledgement of the wonderment of what she was able to do and what we did together. Nothing was achieved in the civil rights movement by force and dominance and bullying. Everything was achieved through inspiration, through caring. Everything was achieved through embrace